What's up, everybody? Okay, so it has been a while since I have uploaded a video, but I wanted to get back in the rhythm. And today I wanted to talk about the top things I have broke on our pop-up camper since we've had it. I mean, we have really enjoyed having a pop-up camper. Because it's Friday afternoon, 15 minutes to leave the house, you roll up, you hook up the trailer, you're headed out into the sunset. You get there and you figured out you done broke something while you were setting it up. Because these pop-up trailers are pretty fragile. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the things I have broke and the process I've had to go through to fix them. Here we go, guys. Alright guys, so if you have been following along with me and Samantha where we bought our pop-up, our first pop-up, and we fully renovated it and restored it, and we did all the insulation for inside of the windows, and we did chalkboarded the refrigerator and all those things. I wanted to add to those videos by putting up, a real-life documentary of the things we have broken. We have really enjoyed having the pop-up camper. It's awesome. You just hook up, you go. It pulls really easy. You can take a ton of people with you, like 7 people will fit in a pop-up, and they're light. They pull really well. You can pull them with a car, but they're very fragile. And one of the first things we broke on the pop-up camper was when we were taking the camper down, the bed rails that slide, that hold the bed in place, when it extends out. That thing, that rail that slides in and out of the rail thingy, whatever you call it, I'll show it right here. If it's unsupported and you put weight on it, it will bend. They're very fragile, and once you bend them, you really can't bend it back out. It's a soft metal. Camper journal entry 915. Samantha sat on the rails without the bed being supported, and it bent the rail. These little guide rails right here that slide in and out of here. So I've been trying to bend it back. They're incredibly hard to find. It's like nobody carries pop-up like parts. So recommendation number 1, don't sit on these things unless they're supported. Samantha wasn't listening to me and she just did it. So having to bend them all back out. They're all kinky. That's kind of funny, kinky. So getting those pieces was a real act. Like, I found out that most camper places around here in Florida, Pensacola, Panhandle, this region, all the way up to like Montgomery, anywhere around there, none of them carried pop-up parts. So we had to go to the pop-up portal. I'll link it down below, and that's where we got all our parts. I basically realized that the guy that was ordering the parts for me at the RV repair place was ordering them from the same place I could have ordered them, and like on these bed rails, you'll pay more in shipping than you actually will for the bed rails. I was excited that 2 actually came in the package instead of 1, and I had a spare because as soon as I fixed it, I bent the other one. Long story, we were trying to slide it back in, and one of us was pushing harder than the other, and we bent it again. But I was able to fix it. It's not hard to fix. The bolts just bolt off, bolt back on, slide it in, rock and roll. One of the other things that I broke, and basically it was just because the camper was old, was the P-trap in the sink. The seals weren't very good, and moving the countertop around, I wound up messing up the seal, and I decided to pour water down it, and it wasn't sealed, and water went everywhere. Another thing, the electrical stuff in it are a little touchy because a lot of times they're old. But just about everything on a pop-up camper can be fixed. You really don't have to get a professional to do it, except for with the cables. The cables will pop if you don't make sure the clamps, when you go to pop the top, are completely off. That will break something. I haven't broke mine yet, but we came really close. And the last thing that you will probably wind up breaking, or it could happen, or it's already happened, is the door on your pop-up on the side. Ours has a screen door, and they're kind of, I guess, like the mid stability point on your camper. And if you forget to take the door out before you put the top down, you could bend the door. Ours has got a little issue where there's a gap between the door and the actual outside door. It's like the screen door, and then you have another door that will open and close for like travel when you condense it down. For some reason there's a little gap, and we had to put a weather stripping in there. I don't really know why it did that, but it did. But those are the main points that we've had problems with. Everything else we were able to just fix up, no problem. And that's really it. Comment down below if you have broken something on your camper and had to fix it, if it was a major thing or not. That way we can all learn from each other. The comment section is for all of us to learn here, especially with pop-up campers, because I'm still learning too. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. See you next time.